They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Baker. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now Baker throwing on first down. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, Baker. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Baker. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Baker now throwing on 4th down. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll look to throw again. Slant route to Miller. Touchdown! Scotty Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And no return here for Wright. It'll be a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. From the 31, Carr. And down he goes. A
sack. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Turner. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road. And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. He rifles one that's intercepted. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, oh, I shouldn't have thrown that ball. No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about it. He shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. To throw, it's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there. Gets the ball to touchdown Raiders. Devontae Adams with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Baker. And that is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To throw is Baker. To throw on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Miller in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Miller. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Baker looking to throw on 2nd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Baker from the gun on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Baker on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Baker now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed. I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout. An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Baker. It's Miller, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Up the gut, Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Baker. And he's able to find Miller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw is Baker on 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Baker. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get their football at the 23-yard line. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Throwing now is Carr. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. But let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the 1st half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Carr. Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Baker throwing on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Baker looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Miller. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal.
A 12-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Back to throw again. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a play fake. Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the 2nd half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter, and the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent. And he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, we're going to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. Spotted at the left hash. This from 45. The kick by Carlson is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Chandler Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and forever. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Raiders strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Fournette running out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Baker to throw on 2nd down. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Ball again on second down. Always got some breathing room. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 21-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Here's Hall again. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll throw with Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Takes it at the 7th. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They go right back to White here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Now Carr finds White. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Here's Carr. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now Baker looking to throw on 2nd down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
He'll decide to keep this once more. Good gain of 14 yards, but not enough. It's 4th down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads